This is TheMeriAtelier, and this is my March JAMjournals. JAMjournals stand for Journal a Month, JAM Journal a Month. And I made this one and stream. Something happens. Trains really wanted to come on and show you what I did with the closure. I stayed up a little bit late last night, and I am making this gem journal out of a dresser scarf. Penelope, I'm going to put you up over here. I'm making it out of a dresser scarf that looks something like this that I got at the thrift store. Isn't that pretty? And it had two of these designs, one on each side. So I'm going to make this one for myself, which I need busy and do. And I made this one for giveaway. And I gave it away last night in my, and the theme for March is watercolor. Watercolor. Yay. Now, I want to say, if you win one of my gem journals, do not be afraid to work in it. These are journals you can use. These are not $50, $60, $80 journals. Don't be afraid to mess up the cover. Cover was cheap. So I wanted to talk about the tab. On this dresser scarf right here in the middle, was this little embroidered flower. And I wanted to use it, and I was thinking that I was going to use it over here. But that kind of runs into, that just doesn't quite fit there. So I thought, oh, perfect for the tab for the closure. So that's what I did for the closure. I have this lace. There's lace on here all around the edge. I knew I had some, and I found it, but all I had was the fuzzy part of it. I didn't have the hook and eye part. But I found an old piece of hook and eye. So this is just a little bit more aged. But it doesn't matter because it closes nice. It closes real nice. And I spent the greater part of stitches, and then I had to stitch all of this on. And I need to get my sewing machine out, but this is all hand stitched. Everything on here is hand stitched. Even this. Now, I did not embroidery this. Got it at the thrift store. So when I make mine, now I don't want to lose my little tab. I'm going to put it in here, so I'll have it. When I make mine, which I hope to do later this weekend, so, well, tomorrow is March 1st. Today is the 29th of February. But I'll have this all ready to mail out to Lisa on Monday. It's all ready to go. It just needs to be put in an envelope and packaged and all of that. But let's do a little flip of it. And I'm going to work in the landscape mode because this actually opens horizontally. So even though I have the tassels coming here, I'm going to work in the landscape mode. This is all watercolor paper, 140-pound watercolor paper here. And I have, this is such thick paper. Now, I did not, on hers, on the one that I'm giving away, I did not put painter's tape around the edge. On mine, when I work in the landscape mode, I am going to put painter's tape along the edge so I can have that real professional border. I love to put a lot of color on my page. I know it's what I'm into is color. So and I use this, and I don't wax it or anything. I double my thread like this. But the reason I use the crochet thread in here and not a bookbinding thread is that when I bind my tassel, when I bind my journal, that's my thing. So when I made the journal, because, and I've said this several times in my streams, because this dresser scarf is wider than the actual journal itself, I gathered it. I put a gathering thread in here, and I gathered it a little on this side and a little on this side, and tried to leave the center portion where the pretty lady is flat so that you could see it better. And then the flowers are kind of gathered in here. Now the back is also gathered, and I really like how this turned out. I did the back, and I call this the wraparound, this part, because I like wraparounds on my journals. Almost all my journals now that I make have this wraparound. It encloses the journal when I close everything up. But I put seam binding here, and I really like how that cleaned up this edge. I got a little bit here that's a little crooked in there, but here again, I want to emphasize these are handmade journals. These are not 40 or 50 journals that you can buy at Barnes and Noble or something. If you want a $40 and $50, I'm happy that anybody would win it. But Lisa, when I think of fabric journals and fabric color covers, I think of Lisa Conway. So this is it. This is the little tab that I made last night, and this is the back. And here's that little piece that came off the middle of the dresser scarf right here, and it just accents it there on the back. So, and then you open it like this, and like I said, I'm going to work in mine horizontally. I put a large piece of the stitching that I done. This is all with this wider thread. So, but I did use this crochet thread doubled to bind it, and it'd be thankful for that bulk. So now if you would happen to win one of these, it's not my requirement you actually do the prompts. I will be putting March prompts out there. Tomorrow's March 1st. I hope to get the first weeks out there by tomorrow. So this is the flip of my little fabric journal. That's, well, it's not really fabric. It's a watercolor journal. It's got a dresser scarf. That's what we'll call it. It's a dresser scarf JAM journal. JAM stands for Journal a Month. And I have prompts for every day of the month. And I usually put them out there the first day of the month. So watch for those. Congratulations, Lisa, for winning this. I can't wait to make mine, which is what I'm going to work on next. I want to get it done by tomorrow so I can start working in it. So congratulations, Lisa. I will get this mailed out to you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the first page of this journal. Bye for now.